Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online and on the go. This is Valley News Live 10 at 10.
We're uncovering new details about an internal investigation of a local police officer accused of lying, not filing paperwork, and not responding to calls for service while on patrol.
Officer David Belke has been on paid administrative leave from the Fargo Police Department since April 10th.
Tonight we learned why his bosses took some of the steps they did. Valley News Team's Cornelius Hucker joins us in studio to explain. Cornelius?
Mike, Andrea, up until now, we were led to believe the investigation questioned certain things Belke may have done while on the job. But a letter from Chief David Todd takes it a step further, citing comments Belke made at a day shift briefing on April 7th of this year. The comments made some of his colleagues believe he wanted to harm members of the department. We also checked Belke's yearly evaluations dating back to 2003. There are several instances of praise and areas where he could use some improvement. Belke's attorney, Mark Fries, says these accusations are, quote, trumped up allegations against the 15-year veteran who served at the Dakota Access Pipeline protest as president of the Fraternal Order of Police and who also received a life-saving award. Mike?
All right, thanks, Cornelius. You can view all of the documents that were released today by going to our website at valleynewslive.com and clicking on this story.
North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum has ordered that Gary Schwarzenberger be reinstated as sheriff of McKenzie County. Schwarzenberger has been on administrative leave since November of 2016 after then Governor Jack Dalrymple placed him on interim suspension. The matter was turned over to Special Commissioner Karen Klein, who found that there was no substantiated ground for the sheriff's removal. She recommended that he be returned to elected office. The governor's order is effective immediately. Schwarzenberger still faces a criminal misdemeanor charge and will go to trial next month.
The messages come in all forms, from TV commercials to signs on the highway reminding you to buckle up. Well, a new survey reveals more than a quarter of adults don't wear their seatbelt when in the back seat of a vehicle.
Valley News Team's Molly Casey spoke with authorities about seatbelt laws and why you should buckle up so that you don't become a human missile if there's a crash.
It only takes a second to put on your seatbelt. But you might want to remind your backseat riders to put theirs on too.
You never know when a crash might happen.
Each year, the North Dakota Highway Patrol responds to nearly 150 fatal crashes, and Captain Brian Ewan says many of them have one trait in common.
About 70% of our fatal crashes that happen every year in North Dakota involve somebody that was not wearing their seatbelt.
A recent survey from the Insurance Institute of Highway Safety found that only 28% of adult respondents wear a seatbelt when in the backseat of a car. And while the backseat may seem safer, a recent crash in North Fargo demonstrated just how important seatbelts are.
All three occupants of that vehicle were not wearing their seatbelt. Two of those three occupants were ejected from that vehicle.
In North Dakota, there's no law requiring backseat passengers over 18 years old to wear a seatbelt. But Captain Ewan says you're better safe than sorry.
The number one thing that you can do to save your life is to wear that seatbelt.
From Fargo, Molly Casey, Valley News Live.
It should be noted that in Minnesota, all passengers in a vehicle must be wearing a seatbelt, whether in the front or back seat.
Charges are pending against a driver that crashed into a Grand Forks Walmart that injured someone inside. It happened at the 32nd Avenue South location just before 4 this afternoon. Authorities say the SUV went about 30 feet into the store before finally coming to a stop. The injured customer was taken to the hospital for unknown injuries from flying debris. It led to an evacuation of the store. Investigators say they believe the driver was trying to stop, but there was some sort of a mechanical failure.
The search continues for a man who robbed a Grand Forks hotel. It happened early this morning at the Spring Hill Suites off of 42nd Street. Police say an employee told them that a man wearing all white with his face covered came in during a power outage and used a note to demand money. The man is described as being around 5'7" with a slim build. Anyone with information should call police at 701-787-8000.
It's Friday, time to take a look at this week's Valley's Most Wanted, and police say this woman, Venus Tutu, is wanted for unauthorized use of personal ID. That's a felony. Call your local law enforcement if you have any information on her whereabouts. To date, the Valley's Most Wanted program has helped Fargo police make 588 arrests.
Starting Monday, the 9th Street East and 13th Avenue East intersection in West Fargo will look a little different. The city will start phase 1 of its reconstruction and widening project. Phase 1 will focus on making dual left turn lanes in all directions, as well as some underground utility improvements. The work will last into November. 9th Street will remain open during construction, but 13th Avenue will be closed between Prairie Parkway and 12th Street.
This weekend, the sky over West Fargo is going to light up. One of the world's largest pyrotechnics displays are part of the Pyrotechnics Guild International Annual Convention and Show.
It's a must-see for those interested in watching things go boom. But what about those who live right next door? Valley News Team's Clint DeRose talks with residents about what they're getting out of all this.
What do you guys think about the fireworks that are going to be happening this year?
Good.
Crews are already showing up at the Red River Fairgrounds to get set up for Sunday's big event. Once the sun goes down Sunday, the skies of West Fargo will light up with all sorts of fireworks. A spectacle that residents we talk to are more than happy to experience.
We're looking forward to it this year. We're inviting family and friends over Sunday to watch the fireworks from our driveway over here. We usually have a good view.
The designs that they can make when they make stars and hearts and stuff, you're wondering how do they do that, but that's what they're all about.
Any fireworks display is a loud affair, but this one in particular is guaranteed to put most of those events to shame in that category. While the noise can be a nuisance for those with kids or pets that are sensitive, it isn't really a problem for people in the area.
It's kind of part of the experience for us. It gets long by the end of the week, but it's okay.
A week where some residents will get a free seat to the show. In West Fargo, Clint DeRose, Valley News Live.
The pyrotechnics will kick off Sunday night at dusk, with more performances scheduled throughout the week.
A West Fargo teenager says she got her life back and is a normal teen. We told you about Ashton Gooslaw in February, just before she went away to a pain management boot camp for a concussion-induced injury. For 3 years, she suffered from an autonomic dysfunction, which caused her to miss school and take lots of medicine. But now Ashton is driving, has a part-time job, and will return to full days of school in just a few weeks.
Pretty much back to life as it was. Like, I feel like it's not all focused on just me. Now it's like on the whole family, which I'm happy about.
Gooslaw says she wants other teenagers to learn from what her experience went through with concussions, and says to trust your gut.
Valley News Live and CW Good were a part of last Sunday's Golden Drive in West Fargo, which raised $2,600. All of those funds were donated to YouthWorks. The event raises awareness for kids experiencing homelessness in our communities. Anyone who chose to donate gave canned goods or new unopened baby supplies to the drive. Robert Hahn, Christine Stanwood, and myself were there when you made a difference. By the way, CW Good is an initiative in the community supporting positive changes and reaching out to those in need.
Valley News.